Hello everybody, welcome back to another One Piece Burning Blood character guide. My name is Silvokiji, or Silvokiji, and this is the Zone Gaming Go. Today we're going to be talking about Nami, one of the Strata Pirates, and One Piece Burning Blood. Now there is a Nami One Piece Burning Blood guide already featured on the channel, but it's being replaced soon by this version 2.0 because I feel that it needs to be updated because auto interruptions, all that kind of jazz, whatever. It's 2021, you know, just do whatever. Okay, so Nami is 2,000 point character. She is tricky. She is a setup worthy character. And any gimmicks? No gimmicks at all whatsoever, except I guess you want to count the traps. Yeah, I'm going to give you a lot of numbers today. And when I mean a lot of numbers, it's going to be a lot of variables, not variables. It's going to be a lot of things you have to keep track of. Okay, so when I mean setup worthy and trap worthy, I didn't add the trap part. I added the trap part later, but it's like you have to keep track of a lot of stuff on the field when you're playing this character. Your opponent does too. Okay, so look at our auto combo here. It's going to be 6 hits in the Thundercloud tempo. I say Thundercloud tempo, but it's actually called Thundercloud Rod. But you know, been playing that 4Kids One Piece Grand Battle so much, you start saying tempo for everything. Okay, so look at their auto combo real quick, so we can actually check it out. So her auto combo actually does end in her ability to use a setup, because it puts the person in Neil's Tate, and you can actually combo her Thundercloud Rod with the Weather Egg. Now, another cool part about that combo is that the fact that Thundercloud Rod, like I said before, is like a Neil. So when it puts a person in Neil's type state, you also got to think about the amount of time they're taking if they're in their burning gauge, anything like that, or if they're trying to load for the ability. If you have a Weather Egg activated at the time, when you put a person in Thundercloud Tempo, they can be staggered by the Thundercloud Tempo and also get hit by the lightning. So you can actually have like a rotating effect, and you can actually keep on doing it. Well, now with Thundercloud Tempo, you got to do something else, like Heavy Guard Break or something. We'll talk about the Heavy Guard Break Weather Egg in a bit. So looking more at the auto combo here is the fact that like her auto combo is extremely fast. I believe it's the fastest auto combo in the Strata Pirates. No, that's debatable. So we're looking at this first step here. The first step she does is really wide. Like from this angle right here, she's going to hit the character. This is a very good neutral area for Nami, and this is something that other characters will not be able to transverse. Like basically saying, this is fast. This is really fast. So when your opponent tries to react to the attack with a side step or backstep, you know, depending on how close you are to this character, you're not backstepping this move. And of course, on top of that, when she does for her second hit here, you see she moves forward with her first step, and her second step she moves a little bit forward as well, but not too much, just enough to kind of get the point across. Okay, we're going to go to that third hit, or A3. Another step up there, so she's coming closer to the opponent. Some characters will actually take a moment to actually step up when they're attacking or move only a little bit of steps, but her in particular, Nami, will make 2 deep steps between her A1 and her A3. Now we're going to the A4 because we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. So A4 is actually 2 hits. Okay, so is that right? Yeah, A4 is technically 2 hits. And it's like a twirl. So you got to remember that first hit and that second hit when you're actually playing this as character. Now, it can also work as a somewhat of an anti-air along with A3. So you know A3 actually is like a little uppercut, and A4 is like a wind-up, basically. And so we got the wind-up, you can basically hit the person out of the air, you're not going to do a lot of damage, but you can possibly do it just because of the way it swings. Now, also, because of how she swings, we're looking at a right swing, so of course you cannot right sidestep it, and then you go a left swing, which means you cannot left sidestep that. Depending on like the angle, I mean, because you could possibly do it, but the angles really matter a lot. And so she kind of just says, okay, now it's time for the middle ground, and then now I'm going to do I'm going to do a wind up here, and then basically to twirl and hit kind of like in the arc around me. And this is where you kind of have to be in Nami's vortex, or this is where you get Nami's vortex with her auto combo, because it's like I said, it's really fast. So she could actually just go 1, 2, 3, and just sidestep 1, 2, 3, sidestep, or just 1 sidestep 1, 2, kind of like how Koala does, but not as good. But she can kind of put pressure on her opponent with just her auto combos alone. But that's not what you really want to be doing when you're playing this character. Now for interruptions, she can interrupt her combo into her guard break. No, there's no such chain with any of her A's. But there is a weird looking one on A4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a guard break here, and it's going to be delayed, but you're going to get, of course, the guard break almost instantly after the move is done. It's because of how the wind-up actually is. It will not interrupt the actual 2 hits, but it will actually do the guard break in the end. Okay, so she can interrupt her range attack and any of her moves, or any of her A1s, or I mean A combos, but is where A3 and A4, which it actually is like a mix-up. So she can go 1, 2, 3, do her range attack here, or she can do 1, 2, 3, 4, range attack here. Now, if you're wondering why would you do either or, it's a mix-up game, and it's also how many hits did you already do to your opponent type of deal. If you did a lot of hits on your opponent, then you're going to have to do A3. If you didn't do that many, then go with the extra little bit of damage and go with A4. With +1 or +2, even Nami's basic attacks can be pretty relentless at certain times. So any other interruptions? Yes, she has Thundercloud Rod as her A3 and A4 special interruption. Now, this is going to be kind of a weird thing to mention because you can interrupt it into A3. And it's not an actual combo, so it's more like a mix-up tool in the regards. More like a my opponent is going to try to get out of my flip, so let me do this instead. Now, the thing about Nami's flip that we're going to talk about in their combo is that you cannot tag opponent in after the flip. You have to tag them in during the flip, and this is this could be fun because if you do your flip and your opponent's trying to go for a flash counter, or they're trying to get a flash counter, remember, it's 2 hits. So that means in the flip, you have 2 opportunities to actually get out of it, or possibly if you're going to actually get hit by the flip or not, if you're thinking about it. So if your opponent is trying to, like, I'm going to flash counter this flip because I know it's coming, it's A3, A4, you can just go for a switch out and easily bring another character in. Not to mention on block, you can do the same thing as well. Do the flip, bring somebody else in, you interrupt it early, start to do a grab with burgers or something, do a unblockable with Whitebeard, all that stuff, all that jazz. You have control. As long as Nami has that flip in her range attack, she keeps control. After A3 and A4, it's a combo, which means your opponent cannot break it. It's complete linked. Okay, not to mention if you do get the flip off, you can set up with Nami because all that time in the air is going to give her enough time to set up. So it's a thing. It's between you. You do the flip. You want to switch somebody else in, or you want to actually go in with Nami, or you want to do Thundercloud Tempo or Thundercloud Rod and get the possible hit, or get the possible chip damage, which is still not that much. Or Thundercloud Rod and you have the Thunder Traps activated. We'll talk about that in a bit as well. Okay, so moving on to her guard break. So her basic guard break is a I don't really know what to explain it for this move. It's more like I'll call it rod thrust. Yeah, we'll call it rod thrust. Basically, it's a sort of mid-range move. It pushes Nami a little bit further. So it's another move, yet another move that Nami has, which has her going forward. Taking a little step there. Okay, this is also her only Uni chain. I just love doing that. Since we're here, I might as well show you this is what her Uni chain is. Okay. Actually, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, thought it was. My bad. Okay. So her guard break regularly is a Uni chain. This is her only Uni chain. Her guard break in the combo is this swing right here, which ends in a kneel. Now I believe you can do this and then do heavy. Yeah. So in your combo, if you do decide to use a guard break, you could lead to a heavy, which is Nami's strongest move that she actually has, or one of her strongest moves. So it, like I said, mix-ups all around. If you're in her auto combo strings, you can trick your opponent into thinking you're going to do the flip, thinking your opponent you're going to do something else like Thundercloud Tempo if there's no traps on the field, or you can just do the guard break and surprise them out of the blue. Or if you want the faster variation, you can just do it like that. Get it from a distance, that way you can surprise them like that. Just kind of say, oh, you thought we're just going to sit there and block, or I'm scared? No, I'm going to hit you with a guard break. Okay, and we know heavy guard break is pretty damn powerful. Let's talk a little bit about the heavy guard break too. This heavy guard break is strong. The reason I think it's strong because I believe it can be considered a grab, because how it works, like it's connection, you're in it. Now, I'll tell you right now, despite this is not an animation. So, do I want to scrap it now? I'll talk about it later. What she can do. Okay, I'll get into all the good parts later. So her jump attack is like a fireball or fire orb. I'll call it fire trap, and it's a very good poking tool. Not really a good combo tool. I mean, you get some, like maybe some hits. It's the angle that really matters, I guess. If I do it from this angle, I might be able to get a combo off. Yeah, but it's like, it's decent damage, right, when you do all the full attacks and everything. But it's like I said, it's an angle sort of thing with this. It's pretty good back hit only when a character has low HP, and kind of similar to her jumping unique. Now her jumping unique is also a poking tool, not really good combo tool that you can actually use. It does the same amount of damage as your jump attack, and this is more of a really fast reaction, right? This is when their opponent is like trying to drop in the air, and you're just like, nope, get back on the ground. Okay, and let's go through this real quick so I can see this. Okay, so it is a okay, so both moves here could actually be used as cross-up tools, but the jump unique really will not actually do much in terms of cross-up. You won't get a combo off of it, but it's really fast. So think of this as an anti-air, think of this as a anti-air slash, you know, get off the ground. Yeah, okay. Now moving on to the not jumping attack, the running attack. So the running attack is a forward lunge. It's pretty decent. Okay, so it's pretty far too. So I'm gonna press the square once I get to this angle here. So yeah, that's a pretty far running attack. Pretty far. And also think about the recovery. Even like on like block or something like that, or even if you do it on whiff, it's a pretty decently like lag time which you can actually block afterwards. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so now we're gonna get to her unique button. Her unique button is Ning Ning. I like to call it Call because, well, I don't think it has a name actually. What this is supposed to do is supposed to call thunder traps to your opponent. It's kind of like her praying and stuff. I don't really understand why she does this. I think this is like a whole trade-off of One Piece Grand Adventure or something like that. I don't really know Nami all that well, so that's probably also it as well. But moving on, her special attacks, because we're gonna get to the whole setup game for Nami. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Okay, so first special attack is, you know what, screw that. We're moving on. Thunder Trap. We're going to Thunder Trap. This is a lot better. Okay, so her special guard is Thunder Trap. So let's look at Thunder Trap right here. You press the button, you make 5 clouds. Now, each one of these clouds will actually spread out further and further until a point where they just kind of like, just kind of sit around and stay. They last for 30 seconds, and you can make multiples of these traps as well. So I can just keep on going. I can make more. I can just keep doing this. It'll just move on her own. They'll just have fun. And like I said, 30 seconds. Now, the cool thing about this is with her unique button, they make the clouds go towards your opponent. You can actually stop, and they will still slowly go there depending on where they're actually located. And look how many he got hit by, and look how much damage he took from those clouds. Now, most people will actually mess up with the thunder clouds because they will often use it in the person's face and then try to fight them. I messed up a little bit, but they'll try to fight him. Now, this is unnecessary for against certain characters or against specific characters like Crocodile characters, and also characters with range moves, because the range moves would actually blow her clouds up. They're not priority. They'll get blown up because of it. So it's a good thing they do actually spread around. Use Ning Ning a little bit closer, and let's go. Now, one of the things that your opponent probably kicked themselves in the face about is the fact that they will probably forget Ning Ning, or not Ning Ning, they'll forget the Thundercloud is actually even on the field, and they will end up just walking around, and then you do Ning Ning, they'll try to fight you, they'll get hit in the back. Once they get hit in the back, of course, you can know what you can do. So let's go ahead and do the Thunderclouds up front, and let's go ahead and do some Thunderclouds behind. As you can see, they're already going to the target. They actually fell down beforehand. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, Thunderclouds in the front. Please do not get hit by my Thunderclouds. Thunderclouds in the back. Use Ning Ning. Heavy guard break. Look at all this beautiful damage. Beautiful. Effortless. Actually, it is with a lot of effort. But Thunderclouds can also be interrupted by pressing sidestep, right? You can sidestep, yeah. Sidestep button or like a backstep or whatever. You can actually interrupt your thunder traps. Okay, so this is something you're going to have to get used to. You're not always going to be able to get 5 on the field at the same time. You know, maybe 1 is okay. You know, they last 30 seconds. You are perfectly okay. And yes, you can stand in them. When your opponent hits them, they will be stunned for 1.5 seconds. When I mean stunned, get shocked, and it'll fall to the ground at a kneel state. Okay? Kakurasaki does get rid of them, of course. And another thing about the Thundercloud Rod, it actually gets stronger depending on the amount of thunder traps that are attached. So what it does is that it actually brings the Thunderclouds to them, makes them actually hit the opponent like a combined force, and stun them. So let's kind of do this. Let's make 5 clouds. Let's make 5 more. Okay. Let's make some more. I did it a little early. Now I'm gonna bring them all together. So that's kind of like if you hit someone with Thundercloud tempo, you're basically saying all of my Thunderclouds on the field come together for one big attack. And then once you hit it, because of the lightning strike, 1.5 seconds, heavy guard break, big damage. Now you can actually combo that combo I showed you, that little thing I showed you, with your ultimate, which will end in an instant, well, I say 100% KO. Like, there's not a lot of characters in this game that can do KOs or 100% KOs by themselves, but Nami is actually one of those characters that has the possibility to do so. So, going into her Weather Egg here. Weather Egg sends a giant cloud in the air, and I believe from what I'm seeing here, the giant cloud will last for 15 seconds, and it will strike every 3 seconds, stunning for 1 second, similar to the effects of the thundercloud or a thunder trap, and it will do it up to 5 times. So another cool thing about Weather Egg, let's do Weather Egg, and let's do a heavy guard break. So there's a lightning strike. Ooh, got hit already. Okay, strike with lightning, heavy guard break, and okay. So I just want you to show you, it struck with lightning. There you go, and it happens afterwards. And even if, so let's just do this here. Oh dang, I did too far away. Come on. You should get struck by lightning real quick. Right now. Okay. Oh my god. And let's do it. Strike. Even when he gets struck by lightning, still keeps going. And that's the good part too. So it strikes the character. It's not cinematic, so it can continue as long as she doesn't get to the other part yet. So she can actually like strike, heavy guard break, strike. I wouldn't say heavy guard break. Finish the heavy guard break and then get striked again while you're, getting on the ground. Basically ground damage. So that's something that she can actually do with her Weather Egg. Now, the Weather Egg does not have any effect on Thunder Cloud Rod, nor does it have any effect on the traps. So you can actually have Thunder Traps on the field. You can have Weather Egg on the field. And you can just bring them all in for one big electric party. Okay. So, moving on to her next move here is we're going to talk about her special jump, which is also considered special movement. Her special movement is a teleport. Now, if you do not press any button on the teleport, it will actually teleport Nami in weird spaces around the opponent, slowly reaching basically in front of the opponent. Now, the cool part about her teleport is, since it is a teleportation, it actually pushes the opponent. So if they're like further from the wall, you're like, get your butt back inside the wall. You use Mirage Tempo. So her priority when actually doing her teleport is to get behind her opponent. So she's going to get into like those weird shaped angles. Also, when she does this, she's also a little bit invincible. So if you actually manage to get out of the corner or get in the corner, you can use her Mirage Tempo to get out of it. So her ultimate is also one of the few ultimates in the game that is purely stupid long. Okay, so we're going to do Weather Egg. Do the big blow up. Beautiful damage. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and actually bring out the Thunder Traps. We're going to bring out another pile of Thunder Traps. We're going to go Nin. Go ahead, use your ultimate. Oh, that's not how we want to deal damage. Yeah. That's not the damage I want to do. Oh my goodness, am I doing this wrong? I think I'm doing this wrong. Okay, wait. Do Thunder Traps here. More Thunder Traps. I might need the +1 actually. I think I might need the +1. Yeah, I'm gonna need the +1. Okay, so she can do 100% with +1. My bad, guys. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the Nami guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this stunning, beautiful character. And she's one of the few characters in the game that's actually changed so much from One Piece Grand Battle, One Piece Unlimited Cruise. Because she went under so many different transformations and styles, her character has always been fun to play with, always been like a setup trap type character. But if you need any more information regarding any of the characters in One Piece Grand Blood, you can check the Discord, the Zone Gaming Go, or ask me in the description, in the comment section for what the Discord actually is, and I will let you know. Until then, guys, have fun and enjoy playing One Piece Burning Blood.